Hey everybody, it's Mandy from thislovelypath.wordpress.com where I keep a very neglected blog. I am going to give you a tour of our homeschool room in the new house. We've never had a homeschool room before. In our house in Oregon, we had a tiny, well, not tiny house. It was a 1,500 square foot house where we schooled in our dining room. I feel extremely excited that we have a place to do school that is separate, but it is a very usable space. It is part of our family room, and this is what our homeschool room looks like, and I will go through each part individually. But where I am standing at the moment is the family room. So the schoolroom and the family room blend together. We have a propane stove down here, which is really nice because here in eastern Idaho, we get days that are 20 below zero, which we are not used to. So we will be schooling in a warm area. We have my vintage school map hanging up in this area that I got years ago for like 20 bucks at a yard sale. Underneath that is our timeline, which I need to move because I actually had the timeline up before I had the map up. And so now the timeline is halfway covered. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that yet. There will eventually be furniture in here. We have not gotten couches yet. I'm hoping to put a sectional down here. So we'll see whenever that happens. I'm not sure. Part of this usable space, this house is actually technically a 4-story home, but the living room is right there. Right off the living room is the kitchen. So I'm a holler away. Standing over here, once again, the schoolroom. There's a bathroom right there with a child in it. Hi, Trevor. And wash it good. And there's the laundry in here. So I like that I can throw a load in and still be part of the school area. The other thing I love about this area is we have a door. Even though we're technically 3rd story down, we have a door right out to the backyard. Even if I need to deal with animals, they are right there. We have the clothesline right here, so I can easily just throw a load on the line if I need to. It just feels like really usable space. We are already down here quite a bit doing crafting and stuff, so I'm really liking that. Let me take you through each area. So this is obviously the desktop computer area. We have the printer here. The children do their math on the computer. So that's right there. We have, I like stuff. I'm a visual person, so I'm certainly not clutter-free or simplistic. I like stuff. So this ledge is fun. I have all my bird nests the kids have found for me here. They bring them to me as little gifts. This is a clipboard from IKEA where I will eventually hang our art cards for the year. When we do our artist studies, I have my vintage farm prints up. Not that they have anything to do with school, but they're fun. That's my favorite one I got for like 50 cents at a yard sale. This is our crafting / history shelf. So we have like our colored pencils and our paintbrushes and our pencil sharpener, rulers, all that stuff. That big black book right there is our Book of Centuries, which I will show in a later video if anyone is interested in seeing what that is. You can look it up on Charlotte Mason. Google Charlotte Mason Book of Centuries and you'll see how to do that. Some jars with some art supplies, and then our history stuff. So I have our history in broken up into time chunks. So these are our general history books. These are our ancient history. This is our Middle Ages, and then the rest of it is American history. I have the American history all done exactly chronologically. I do not have the ancients or the middles in that broken up that well. Let me show you how I do this. So you will see the washi tape on the book spines, and this is it's pretty easy for me at this point. Hey buddy, can you wait and do that when I'm done videoing? Okay, put that up. Go upstairs or outside for right now, okay? Sorry, real life interruptions. So I have the ancients in purple. I have the middles in aqua. The reason the middles doesn't have very much is we have not done Middle Age history yet, so that will be added to next year. Pink is American history. Here it's easy to know what I'm looking for. The problem is we have bookshelves all over the house, and in order for like in the boys' room, they have a bookshelf, and they have like all their Magic Treehouse books, that kind of stuff in their collections. Well, I always forget to go grab a book I meant to grab off someone else's shelf. And so this way I can just quickly look to our other shelves and say, oh, there's pink washi tape on that. That's part of that can be used as American history. And it makes it really easy. So that is my system of knowing where our books are, because we have so many books. You can never have enough books, right? Especially when you're a homeschool mom. So our roll of butcher paper is just hanging from a string on that. We have a cork board for the kids to hang their artwork on. I keep my little portable CD player down here. With right now there are CDs sitting on it is one that we're going to be using the first few weeks of school, which for us will not start until after Labor Day. A little file box where I'm keeping per month activities. So things like holidays, where if I grab Christmas crafts or Halloween crafts or whatever, I just stick them in the month that they're going to be coming from, being used in. And so that's what that is. The ledge, it's kind of a nice spot for kids to set up their little crafty stuff. Okay, moving this way. Globes, my antique globes that are, they show the Soviet Union, so they're not really useful for homeschool, but they're cool looking. The top shelf is my shelf. My beautiful pencils that the children are not allowed to use, and my specific paintbrush that I use when I do watercolor that they're not supposed to touch. My planner and Homeschool Mom devotional, that kind of stuff is right there, along with my gardening notebook, my smash books in which I keep my 1,000 gifts recorded. I have a basket over here of extra supplies, and I have in like the black and white case is my painting supplies, and a book that I've been writing for years is in the back. The last two shelves are kids' crafty fun stuff. So this middle shelf is full of, string and paint and foam and just random things that for the kids to play with. And their glitter and all that is in here. Just some bigger craft projects in there. The bottom one is more like how to draw books, and like these are awesome. If anybody has looked at these and hasn't purchased them, these like Usborne sticker books, like that kind of stuff, more the book crafty stuff, if that makes sense. They have some toys down here. Most of the toys get kept up in the rooms, but we keep some stuff like the wooden blocks and circuits and the cash register down here for the kids to play with. Moving this way, I just have some placemats with some information taped up right there. I like to keep a quilt right here. I've been keeping it here for the last week. It's really nice because the kids will just grab it, head outside, lay down. There's one playing with a cat. Lay down and read or whatever, and bring the quilt back in, set it there. It's the outdoor quilt. Moving this way, I have just in this little crack, I just have some bins that I haven't used yet, but there are for each child's artwork that they complete that I want to hold on to, I just have a quick system where I just throw in one of these. Each kid has their own. So one kid has a black, green, blue. My oldest doesn't do artwork anymore, so his is tucked away somewhere, not still being added to. And I can just throw stuff in there that I know I want to save. I have a little basket of some of my favorite books that I like to look through repeatedly. The homeschool shelf where the kids have their cubbies, so each child has a cubby on the sides, I have my oldest, my 15-year-old, 12-year-old, 10-year-old, and 8-year-old. And then in the middle are my teacher's books for their stuff, or just my reference materials, or core subject books, etc. In the drawers, these are my teacher drawers. The kids are not supposed to get into these without asking my permission, so that my stuff doesn't end up disorganized, but we all know it will. Like my hole punch, my stapler, they have their own stuff. My stuff for my planner, just Post-its, that kind of stuff. My washi tape. So in the homeschool cupboard, we have, so the kids have their notebook paper they can just grab from. This stack is like graph paper, tracing paper, kind of like the specialty stuff. I keep thank you cards for the kids to fill out, postcards and stuff in this green bin. We have extra stapler, envelopes, my laminator with my laminating sheets, and some folders, divider type stuff underneath there. Some extra pencils because we go through those quickly. Math, just extras that we'll use this year, but not necessarily an everyday thing. Same thing with the English right above it, stuff that we'll use, but it's not done as like everyday regular subject stuff. Any videos or CDs I have that pertain to school this year, notebooks, clipboards, basket of some stuff that I need to file, science that we'll do this year but not this semester, and some Bible. And then I also keep some little encouraging mama stuff on the inside of this cupboard. Okay, moving this way, we have, this is our art. So stuff that we may or may not use this year in particular, but I have, like some special art supplies that aren't necessarily with the other stuff, oil pastels and some of the nicer watercolor sets, and some how-to artist books, that kind of stuff. I actually we refer quite often to big, like coffee table style art books, which, let's walk over here, are kept up in the living room on my kind of more formal bookshelf, and those are up there. So any like specific like book about a particular artist, those are kept up in the living room and just brought down as needed. Okay, our reader shelf for homeschool or fun is right here. And like I said, each child has their own bookshelf in their room. There's one in the living room. There is one on the bottom story that is built in. There is one in our guest bedroom. So we have a lot of bookshelves. And like I said earlier, I can quickly look on here and go, oh, there's an aqua washi tape. That means that's for the Middle Ages. Or there are pink washi tapes. That means those are American history. It just makes it a little bit easier for my brain to know where I can pull books from. And then that is all of our geography, social studies, civic type curriculum in this basket. I just have this timeline book open because I love it. I think it's beautiful. Our poetry books for poetry tea time. We have more than this, but these are the ones that we will be using the most often this year. Did you need something, bud? Okay. I have put some historical copies of historical documents up on the wall because I like seeing stuff and I think it's fun and I love history. And some copies of newspapers from important events. This is our nature area and science area. So we have the little shelf with one of my favorite books, The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, that I got years before I started homeschooling in an antique store, but I saw it and I loved it, and now it's actually useful. I try to keep it open to the month that we're on. We have a lot of thistle growing on our property, so that was a good picture for this month. A bird nest from our pond. The kids all like kind of set up here stuff that they find around. So like there's some broken robin egg shell. The kids know I love moss, and I miss seeing moss because we're not in a wet area like we were when we were in Oregon. There are seashells that we have collected from the Oregon coast, some bird feathers that we have found. On this nature table, we have the kids' sketchbooks and some quick reference guides. You need something? Magnifying glasses, bug jars, and then just some random science stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to reorganize this and just pull stuff out that is themed or not. You may have a small bowl. I'm not sure if this will stay exactly like this, but that's all of our science curriculum. I keep some stuff that we are not using this year, but I don't want to get rid of down here. Walk down a little bit. So in the bottom story, we have, you probably can't make it out super well, but I have more curriculum up here in the top two shelves of stuff that we are not currently using. One thing I like to, talking about the usable space, is just, I just feel like I'm, even in a 4-story house, I'm very close to everything. I can get outside, I can do laundry, the kids can use the restroom, I can run up to the kitchen. Nothing seems like totally too far or just out of the way. So everything feels usable. It's a nice space. It's bright. I am thrilled to have this extra area and not have it just be a storage room, but have it actually be a useful area. Oh yeah, and over here, because even with all the bookshelves in our house, I don't have room for all the books. So up here I have all my mama homeschooling books in this window. These are all my like homesteading or natural health books, but yeah, so I think I covered it all. One more quick pan. You guys have any questions about anything specific that I didn't mention or give any information on? Let me know. Oh, here quickly. So sorry, we're making airplanes right now, so that's out. I do keep some art supplies on the table as well, which we all know once school actually starts, that's not going to look that much. And then under the table, I have like, so for like our, here, I have a trash can, and then I have stuff that I know we're going to use. So like for the first month of school, any supplies that we're going to need, science, history, that kind of stuff is thrown into this bin. So it's just right there. It's already collected. Once a month I'll do that. Keep it in this bin where I can just reach in and grab it and not worry that I didn't get all my stuff done. Whatever, I'll put that lid on later. Okay guys, thanks for touring my homeschool room. Hit like if you want to see more homeschool information and stuff. And hit subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Thanks. Bye.